super, super excited to announce the live. Making better health decisions supports a multitude of benefits in physical strength, cognitive focus, self-esteem development, mobility, and long life. I'm inviting and encouraging you to join me on April 8th to propel this movement and elevate ourselves to highlight healthy lifestyles through physical activity, including nutrition and exercise, brain health, and personal development at this first ever live and sweaty total health fair located at the Garage, 6 East Lafayette Street from 1 to 5. One thing I've learned in my journey is that collaboration makes everything more doable. So I am looking for vendors and sponsors to assist with bringing this event to life. If you are looking to sell your products or let people know about your services, we have vending tables for only $50, but the spots are going quickly. For more information, do not hesitate to reach out to me at any of these places. I can't wait to launch. I'll see you and your family at the Live and Sweaty Total Health Fair, April 8th.
Welcome, everyone. It is Thursday night, Just a Bit Outside radio show live on the air. Thank you for joining us on Facebook, on YouTube. Share that link, share that love. As always, you got Mark, you got Keisha. Keisha, how is it going?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Rain finally came, man. The storm is here. Opening day is tomorrow. We'll talk more about that later on. We got a guest tonight, right, Mark?
Oh, we got a couple of guests, and I don't know, maybe Roxy can expound on this more, but there's a lot of health fairs and everything coming up, and we're going to be speaking with Roxy Johnson about the Live and Sweaty Total Health Fair. Let's welcome Roxy. Roxy, how you doing?
I am doing well.
All right.
Very well. How are you?
Thank you so much for coming on and everything. We're doing real well.
Yes. Y'all good over there? Everybody's good? Okay. Good.
Yeah. We over here. We working up a sweat. We about to get live. So listen. first things first. First.
We are live. Okay.
Yes, we are. We about to get sweaty. I don't know how sweaty, but we're going to get a little sweaty out here. So, so let's wipe the sweat off the brow. Let's get into it. First things first. Roxy, for those who don't know and are trying to get familiar, are you fully 410?
Yes, I am born and raised in Baltimore. And when you said fully 410, I was like, what? Because we weren't even using area codes. That's how long I've been. You didn't have that. I said, what? What are you talking about? Born and raised in Baltimore, and I still love it here.
That's what's up. We love promoting local positive things about Baltimore here, and to have you on today is super awesome, yo. So let's get it. Let's talk about this live in Sweaty. Let's talk about the concept of it all before we get into the wellness fair. Like, how did you come up with that? I mean, it's so basic and catchy at the same time. Like, I mean, how did this come about?
Okay, so, well, first of all, I'm a writer. And
yes.
obviously, like, my thing is, like, wordplay. So coming up with like this, I do it all the time. But specifically, I had been wanting to work on putting myself out there on social media and just kind of being more transparent. I'm in the healing journey. You know, we all have our things. We're trying to make it from A to B on that healing journey. And we're like, oh, I need to do this. So my thing that I needed to do was just like, don't be scared and just get out there. So I was in a workout group and we had to check in through video, and I would just come on and say, hey, it's Roxie coming at you live and sweaty. And I would just say that. And so my coach, she challenged me to put those videos on, to do them in my Instagram stories. And I was just like, okay, that's scary. But I did it because I love a challenge. And, I've been doing it for like a year and a half, a little more, where I just come on. It's Roxie coming to you live and sweaty, and I make a point, a parallel between something that has to do with fitness and working out and day life, because life is a workout, right?
Yeah. And like you said, it's been a little bit over a year and a half, because I think I first started noticing the videos during pandemic.
Oh, did I really start that far back?
I mean, it's 2023, year and a half. I mean, you know.
Yeah, it might be 2 years, actually.
Yeah. And I know that you know, during that time, there was a lot of people who watched your videos and, you know, were inspired and motivated. I know I was on my own wellness journey. I'm happy to say, I'm proud to say, because my thing this year is #heathen. I'm off that wellness journey. This is why I need to say it, because I need to get back on. But, you know, watching your workout videos and your live and sweaties, like, you know, last year I got back into running and you know, did a 5K, and you know, you were among the list of wonderful women that I gave credit to for motivating me in that fashion. Have you received, I mean, have people come to you and been like, yo, you know, your videos, you know, your words have really helped me and really pushed me through? Do you get that kind of praise?
I do get that kind of feedback.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get it directly through social media, but very rarely. It's when I randomly run into somebody who, you know, I haven't seen in a while, and they're like, you know, I watch your videos, I've seen your videos. And I'm like, really? They're like, yeah, no, you're really motivating. And I'm like, dang, I wish you would say that. But it's okay, because I'm doing it for me, so that's the whole thing about it. I'm committing to do it for me. I don't need to praise the response and all that. It's just like, if I just so happen to motivate someone else, that is a plus. But now, I'm at the point, you know, where I am ready to, like, share my story about, you know, how committing to fitness helped me to elevate to the next level, which would be in even creating the health fair, and just really being able to motivate people on a wider scale. Yeah.
Before we talk about the health fair, if you don't mind, I mean, because you're going to get a couple of fans after this interview, and after we talk more about the fair, everything like that, where can one find these live and sweaty videos, like these awesome snippets from Roxie?
Oh, okay. So actually,
yeah.
So you can follow my Instagram, which is Roxie, ROXIE _ ROGUE. That's Roxie _ Rogue. And that's where you can follow me. I also have a TikTok, and that's where they all live, if you want to just look at all of them. So what my TikTok is, so to tell anybody, let me see. I think Love Rock, official Love Rock.
Okay, yeah.
Oh no, it's Roxie _ Rogue 1030.
Okay, official Love Rock. I think that's your other IG page, right?
Yeah, but this one mixes the names together.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you got it. So there you go. I mean, she's on Instagram. She's on TikTok.
Yeah.
You know, she's all over the place. If you want to get a good word, you know, she's the one to look forward to. And she's fully 410, so you can't get no better than that. let's talk about this wellness fair, okay? So you out here, you doing these videos. Everybody like, yo, I love your work. You know, we need more of that and whatnot. Is that how the whole idea for the fair came about, or was it just like a come to Jesus moment, a come to Roxie moment?
Roxie. Jesus came to Roxie.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically, you know, with that, and that was the whole point. I was like, wow, I'm thinking of all these things that I can do to just feel like I've completed something. Because I'm the type of person, like, if I'm not doing something, I just don't, you know, I don't feel good. So I needed to produce something. And I'm like, man, I've really been committed to doing these workouts and these videos. And essentially, I have almost 2 years of marketing in on this.
Right.
I might as well do a health fair, exercise demos, and I started putting it together in my head, but I didn't think too hard about it because I really only planned it like within 2 months. Yeah, I kind of just jumped out there. I was like, okay, I'm going to practice what I've been preaching in my videos. Sometimes you can't, you gotta, you know, be fearless or, you know, do it anyway, even if you're scared. And so this is like the prime example of me putting my money where my mouth is.
Word. Love it. So, you know, to get this done, it looks like you have partnered up with a few people or organizations. Can we talk a little bit about that? I think I saw on the flyer, the brothers of PBS on there. Is that right? You got my frat brothers representing out there?
Yes, they are actually wholly responsible. Okay.
Okay. Well, let's give the full shout out then. You know what I mean? Come through.
Yes, full shout out to Phi Beta Sigma Brothers Epsilon Nu chapter, I think it says, Baltimore. Yes. And they were Malwan Johnson. He's kind enough to offer to you know, make this happen through sponsors. I could make it happen because when I picked the date to do it, I said I would do it. I literally didn't have any idea how I was going to pay for it. Okay. This is literally one of those things where I'm just like jumping in, having some faith, and seeing what happens if you're doing what you're supposed to do. And then I literally went out for a CIAA, and a friend of mine said, you know, she walked up and was like, I saw you're going to be doing this. I'm really happy for you. I don't know if you want any help from fraternity, but this guy right here does this. And she introduced me, and within like 5 minutes, like, he was like, okay, yeah, we'll take care of it. And I was like, what? Okay.
It was that easy, huh?
It was that easy. But the hard part was for me to commit to it. So that's the whole thing about it. That's the next thing. That's what I'm out here preaching. Like, go ahead and commit, because only good things can happen if you commit and follow through. You know?
Word. And first come through of the night, Mark, we got to shout out the brothers of Phi Beta Sigma, man. You know, them and the Sisters of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, they got a nice presence here in Baltimore, do a lot of work in the community. And it's nice to see that it is reaching someone that I personally know, man. That's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing.
It's beautiful. It's been like restorative, like faith restorative, if you will.
Yeah.
Or just building it. Like, I don't know if I ever had it. Like, can't restore it.
Dig it.
Like, it's really been like one of those things that I'm going to mark down and be able to say, yeah, this is true. This is really true. It's anecdotal. Really, it's great.
Word. Now, let our listeners know what visitors can expect from this, you know, this rogue experience, this wellness fair. What do you have going on out there?
Oh my goodness, so much. So what you can expect, first of all, it's a free event for all ages. So kids can do everything that we will be doing, and so can you. Like, even if you don't do it regularly, not you, but anybody else. I love it. Like,
I need you though. I ain't even going. You know, we don't fake the funk here. I need you. I'm gonna be out there with my. Mark would love to see this. I'm gonna send you some pictures. I'm gonna get some yoga pants, Mark.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna hug the ass just right. You know, I'm gonna get my whole wellness on. I'm gonna get it done. Go ahead, Roxie.
I'm prepared to move. I would say that I'm prepared to move. So there'll be like exercise demos, definitely yoga. I have like Queen D coming from body work to do her says dance. It's
nice.
You can expect cooking demonstrations, giving out samples, juicing demonstrations, games that are going to be facilitated by the one and only Coach Dante and his team, Game On Fitness.
Yes.
Excited about what he's going to bring into the contest and giveaway. Lots of giveaways, live and sweaty things that I'm giving out. Just excited. It's a compilation. Oh, and the final thing, obviously there'll be vendors for you to participate and help and spread the community. But I'm also have identified some people in the community who basically represent what the Live and Sweaty brand is pushing, the commitment to fitness and then letting that spill over into your next thing for yourself or the community. And I'm going to be recognizing them throughout the day, and they'll be there to accept their awards. And so,
okay,
yeah,
okay, cool. You said there was going to be some vendors out there.
Mm-hmm.
You want to shout out maybe 2 or 3 of the vendors out there, and also give people an idea of what they'll be saying at the Wellness Fair?
Yeah, so I'm going to say there will be a good friend of mine, Colette. She has a stretch wellness business, so her business is Stretch Flex Wellness. So she will be there talking about stretching, and she can offer brief stretches right there on the spot. There will also be people who will have soaps and butters and scents because, health and wellness and self-care, all of those things are related. It's a total health fair. So anything that is healthcare related, also somebody's selling juices and all kinds of things. Great vendors. Fitness apparel, sweatshirts, T-shirts.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine her to have a vintage T-shirt table from Tolerate Social Deviance. So that's going to be great.
So you can get your stretch and your shop on. I like it.
Yep, you get your stretch, shop on, work out, meet people, eat a little bit.
That's what's up. So, the most important thing, everybody, this health and wellness fair is 100% free. There's absolutely you just come as you are, whether you got the yoga pants or not. I'll be out there in mine. But, come through. Where is this fair going to be located? I don't think we talked about that.
Be right centrally located on East Lafayette Street at the garage, 16th Street, and that's right at Charles Street. And it starts at 1, it goes till 5, and it is like a whole itinerary of things to do. So I suggest coming on time.
Shout out to D Chase.
It's not like I'm running back for the second half, like that probably.
All right, look, Roxie, we're gonna go just a bit outside of the fitness and wellness tip, okay? All right, now I want you to be 100% honest about this, okay? Because we all have our days, for real. Do you ever have a cheat day or a day off from your wellness routine?
Oh, most days.
Wait, you said most days?
Yeah, listen, I eat a little bit. I don't even consider it to be cheating because I'm not cheating on myself. I have committed to the lifestyle. So most decisions that I make, the good ones are going to outweigh the ones where are just pleasurable.
Okay. Now look, you just said the magic word. You said eating. Now we talk about food all the time. All my listeners that tune in weekly. Anybody that knows me already knows what my favorite food is. My guilty pleasure. All right. Now, what is one or two of your guilty pleasures? Whether it be a TV show, a hobby, or food. Let us know about the rogue side of the rock.
Okay, so my guilty pleasure is I basically eat cereal every day, but at night.
But at nighttime. Okay, now. All right. So let me ask you this. Okay.
One bowl is all these do.
Yo, oh my gosh, yo, okay, oh God, I was just talking about, because I like to eat cereal too. I mean, I don't eat it every day, but I do like to eat cereal. But every time I have a bowl of cereal, you can never just have one bowl of cereal, yo. It's just like never enough. What is your favorite cereal?
Ooh, I'm so in love with cereal. Like, I don't even have a favorite. But what I eat regularly now, I would say like Frosted Mini Wheat.
Okay.
Like Raisin Bran, Honey Nut Cheerios.
Honey Nut Cheerios. Okay, I can rock with you with the Honey Nut Cheerios. I mean, the Frosted Mini Wheat. That's delicious. I don't know if my father eats Frosted Mini Wheats. I mean, that's what I mean. When you said Frosted Mini Wheats, I immediately thought about my dad. Real. But I can rock with you on the Honey Nut Cheerios, though. I can rock with you on the Honey Nut Cheerios.
Listen, I'm good. I like it all. So, and that's definitely a guilty pleasure of mine. And, I watch a lot of television, but I always doing like research because I'm a writer. I'm like, yes, how are they doing this? It's cheap on the food.
Let me ask you another question about the cereal, though.
Okay.
Do you ever eat cereal dry? Just like a...
No. I keep my almond milk ready, like about 2 at a time, because I'm never...
Okay. Now, Mark, you on the line, yo.
Oh, yeah.
Am I a weirdo because I like to eat my shit? Like, yo, I can legit eat Honey Nut Cheerios dry.
Yeah, I mean, but that's like, it's like that's what you put in the baby bag, like give it to the baby. I was just like, all right. I'm gonna take it a step further. I can legit eat Special K dry as well.
Special K? You got problems, Keisha.
I don't think I have any room to talk about Frosted Mini. Now that I've said that, I don't have any room to say anything about Frosted Mini Wheat because I eat Special K dry. But
the dry part, I don't know, because the milk is this whole experience. And I don't like. I don't have the milk over my cereal. That is a no. Like. Okay, yeah, you gotta. To me, the ratio has to be like. It's just enough milk. Like. Right, because you can't have the cereal. Give me 2 parts of cereal, 1 part milk. Can we say it like that? Is that cool? What? 2 part cereal, 1 part milk. Yes. Mm-hmm. I could do a full dissertation on this cereal. Don't play with me. I ain't come to play.
There's a cereal debate that's kind of confounded me lately, and that's people asking, do you put the milk first or the cereal first?
Yo, you what? Okay, so I'm probably going to offend some people, but what person puts milk in the bowl first?
Thank you.
And then put the huh?
Thank you. Like,
that's weirdo stuff. Yeah, I don't know about that. But we're gonna stop that right there. Hey, look, because I know Roxie is a very busy lady. Yo, Roxie, thank you so much for coming through and chopping it up with us and talking about, your personal wellness journey and your efforts to spread that through the 410. Again, before we leave, just give everybody a quick rundown again, like when the fair is, where it is, and also your social media handles, babe, how people can follow you. Okay, so it's the Live and Sweaty Total Health Fair taking place this Saturday, April 8th from 1 to 5 at the Garage, which is located at 6 East Lafayette Street in Baltimore, 21202. You can find more information about it on my IG, which is Roxie, ROXIE _Rogue, ROGUE. That's Roxie _Rogue. And yeah, I would love to see everybody come dressed to limit on that. And it's totally free. You grab your wife, grab your kids. We having fun with everybody out here. All right, word up. That's what it is. Now, Mark, Roxie, she mentioned earlier, Coach Dante. Yo, are you still in the building?
I am Peter Von Creep.
Oh, God.
I am his representative, yes! They call me Mr. Creepy. And yes, I pour my milk before the cereal.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Peter.
That's something Peter on Creep would do.
Oh my
Peter
goodness.
on Creep is here.
All right, y'all. Look,
Get back is the incredible. What's up?
Doing it.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God. I
Hello,
knew it was going to be lit.
Hello.
I mean, go ahead, man. You might as well go ahead. You might as well go ahead and introduce yourself because clearly you do not need Mark or myself to introduce you. You might as well just go ahead and do it, man.
My name. All right, it's a little battle between the milk and the cereal, and the cereal the milk, or if Alexander's going to come in with the Oreo tights to hug the boot, or I don't know what's happening here. But once again, back is the incredible. My name is Coach Dante Samuel, DACOACHA. Say it with me. The wonderful Roxie said, "Hey, Coach, can you please tell me what's going on with you and this May 8th thing?" I said, "May? You mean April?" And she said, "Yeah." And I said, "What? We're going to be at the garage? What we doing, like alley mechanic stuff? Are you going? No, I need you to figure out what we're going to do, like bringing the people together. So I can't absolutely wait to go up there between 1 to 5 to kick everything off by just coming in and having fun family games. So to bring everybody together, and then we're going to start off with that beautiful body workout, because the only weight that you need to ever lift in your life is your own body weight. It is essential, it is functional, and yes, that's what we're going to do.
And it's always with you.
If you can't tell already, it's a good time with this dude, man. Hey, Dante, let's talk a little bit about Game On Fitness, yo. Let everybody know exactly what that is and what you do.
Oh, man, Game On Fitness is all about fun, family, and fitness, about coming up and just giving people, just like Roxy said, the good, bad, and the ugly, the truth behind things, People tend to come up and say, yeah, I don't eat a certain way, or I don't do a certain thing. Well, a journey is not always from the bottom to the top. It has the peaks and valleys of stuff. So, I love meeting people exactly where they are. That's what makes what Roxy is doing for the beautiful city of Baltimore. And yes, I'm born 410, by the way. I'm actually born 7 digits, 7779311. We're going to talk about that later. But Game On Fitness is all about fun, family, and fitness, where we have people come out. We do our personal training. We do our semi-private training and our group training. We tend to meet on Saturdays between 9 to 10:30 at Belmont Elementary in Baltimore City. And, of course, we do so many other things within the school systems. We offer recess and what we like to call healthy and active character education. We run leagues, and we have fun while doing it. We are your playful professional.
All right, so there you have it. You offer the service, and like you said, Roxy reached out to you. Y'all hooked up. You're gonna be out there, and we're gonna get our game on. You wanna give a little taste of exactly what kind of games we're gonna play, or are you gonna keep it a surprise? Though?
Well, it's gonna be a little bit of both. All right, let me
Okay.
sing it with me. You put your right foot in, you put your right foot out, you put your right foot in, and you got keep tight, and you shake it all about. Yeah, you turn it all around. That's what it's all about. Okay. We're going to bring it back to the block. We're going to bring it back, and you're going to be able to have your family, your friends all come up and enjoy, several games to bring us together. And then we're going to go into those body weight exercises, which each exercise will probably last no more than 20 to 30 seconds. And then we're going to jump right into the next one. And you're going to be ready for those next presenters to come in and keep it rolling. So I will be the fire starter. We are going to come up and make sure that we come up and have absolute fun with you. So yes, games, activities, all the games that you played with a twist.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Talking about games and activities and whatnot. We were supposed to hook up today. We were supposed to hook up for opening day. With the home team, with Birdlands, but Mother Nature had other plans. Man, I mean, we've gone to several games in the past. I know that you are a huge Orioles fan. You're actually one of my favorite Orioles fans because we can really chop it up on an advanced level when we're talking about the game and the team that we love. Man, let's talk about the Orioles a little bit, Dante. And Mark, I want you to get in on this conversation too, bro. Right. Orioles right now, they sitting at 3-3. The AL East is always a beast. We got the Yankees, we got Toronto, we got Tampa Bay, Boston, all of these teams, and now the Orioles, who have put together great farm systems and with the Orioles, the farm systems and decent teams. It's always one of the toughest divisions in baseball, right?
True.
Now, I feel like this season is a turning point for the Orioles. We've talked about the excellent farm system. We've talked about the young stars. Now they're starting to bring these stars up. Last year, a lot of the young gunners had a lot of success. Ryan Mountcastle, who had already been with the team but is still very young. We brought up Adley Rutschman. We brought up Gunnar Henderson. And yesterday, we were in down there at Texas playing against the Texas Rangers, and coming off of I would say a disappointing series with Boston, because I did believe that was one series that we were going to take. Yesterday, we called up Rodriguez, which a lot of people had been waiting on, and he was starting pitcher yesterday for the Orioles. We did win the series with Texas. We took 2 out of 3 games. Man, Coach, let me know, man. I mean, first 2 series in the book. We got New York coming tomorrow. I mean, how are you feeling about the Orioles right now, about their start, what they're looking like? I mean, how do you feel about the young players? Give me the whole rundown, bro.
Well, put it this way. I know that Mark would definitely appreciate this as well as yourself. I want to kind of scale that question back, if you don't mind. And scale it back in a sense of just the new Major League Baseball rules. They're exciting. Where some people tend to, where before when we had the shift, and for my person that may not know what the shift is, they're like, I'm working 9 to 5. Okay, wait a minute, maybe not that type of shift, but the shift involving a third baseman between the second and third base, and it seemed like everybody else was shifted between second and first. So if you came up with a left-handed batter, and they took that out the game, honest to goodness, the base pads are like New York pizza boxes. I mean, they're huge, right? And which the Orioles are taking advantage of that, becoming more of a hit-and-run team with the steals, doing a great job with that. And then if the pitcher can't take all day, the hitter has 8 seconds or 10 seconds, and the pitcher has 15 seconds to pitch. It's a quicker game. So a lot of times when people don't enjoy baseball, one of the reasons, because it takes too long, and they say it's boring and it's station to station, where the Orioles are not a station to station team anymore, waiting for the 3-run homer. And they're bringing it back to, like you mentioned, that those farm systems where they're bringing in talent to complement everyone else. So, at one point we would just have one superstar, and then everyone else might have been a veteran or someone really trying hard or a retread. Now you've got these young, exciting stars, and it's a more watchable game, at least from the Orioles standpoint. So although we are second from the bottom in our division, with the Rays being the only undefeated team, I believe, in Major League Baseball, that we're still attainable. We're still close to knocking out and doing things. So in the past, I've been skeptical in the last few years with the Orioles, but I could see the turning point the last, and you can see that they're building up. So I'm pretty impressed with them. And really quickly, the Boston series where we almost gave up. Like, man, like we really gonna lose 11-10, you know? But we hung on and did it. And then after that, you know, we lost that series. But the Texas series, we should have actually got both these series. But let's see what we do against the Stankies, and we can do that. But most definitely, go O's.
Yeah, you know, generally we tend to score a lot of runs. Like the runs, they run the scoreboard a lot when we play Boston. We give up a lot of runs, and they do too. They're generally offensive games. Mark, now both of us, we are both in a lot of social media groups in regards to the home team. And one of the players that I have been a fan of that kind of got a lot of flack last year, Jorge Mateo. Okay, have you been paying attention to what he's been doing here this season?
I have not really, because I mean, definitely he's a guy to watch from last season, but I haven't really been paying attention to him per se. Wow.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was getting a lot of hate last year, but in the first two series, he's averaging 313. He's got 2 home runs and 5 RBIs, yo. You know, his OPS is 1.109. This is a fantastic stat line. You know, also playing in the infield where there was a lot of shifting going on. Shifting, and when I say shifting, I'm not even talking about the position. I'm talking about players itself. Yeah. Ryan McKenna was coming in and out. Urias. I think that, and let me know how you feel about this too, Dante. We found that shortstop, that legit shortstop that we've been looking for in Jorge Mateo.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think with Mateo, you know, people tend to think when you happen to see certain players, like, you know, he just got into the league no more than 3-4 years ago. I mean, he's like 27, so you could see last year he broke out. He's one of the fastest players I've ever seen in my life. Mm-hmm. And he, at the same time, you know, you look up and he kind of ebbs and flows, and I think that's when some of the criticism hits. Yeah. Then when he decides enough is enough, I'm going to get consistent in this hot streak, then he's ready to rock and roll. And I think that's part of Mateo. You know, I think he's a lightning rod, and at times he could be the person that pours the milk in before the cereal.
Now look, we talking about the new rules, and I want to kind of talk about them in regards to the Orioles. I watched a lot of baseball this weekend because I was very interested to see how the new rules were going to affect the game. Right? You know, we introduced the pitching clock. We've also put a limit of time for the batters. You know, we've given out the balls and the strikes. We've done the whole 9. And as a result, I believe on average the game was cut down by 24 minutes. All right? Yep. But the one thing that I did notice this weekend, I don't know if you guys noticed this as well, there were a lot of runs scored all over the place. Oh, yeah. You know, not just with the Orioles. So, you know, I kind of want to discuss that. You know, my theory with that is, you know, yes, you had a spring training. You've had this, I would say, a short period of time to get acclimated and to prepare yourself for the new rules. But, I mean, I think it's still going to take some more time for these pitchers to get used to that. Because I'm feeling like the pitchers feel as though they're rushed and they're not as sharp as they would typically be without the timer there. Do you see where I'm going with that, Mark?
Yeah. I feel the same way. Like, it's probably more so the pitchers feeling rushed and making little mistakes here and there. It doesn't help that the bases are like 2 acres big now. Everyone's touching it. But yeah, I think the pitchers are feeling rushed and get, 30, 40 games into the season, and I'm sure they'll all have a couple turns in rotation and start to fill it and get where they need to be.
Yeah, but I think that also anytime that you see after a World Baseball Classic that everyone's in tune, right? So we're talking about that they've been practicing when a lot of times they might not have been practicing. So when the pitcher is like, okay, you got to get in the batter's box, hitter. Oh, your shoulders have to be squared up, and you have to be looking at me in 8 seconds. Right? That's right.
Right.
All right.
Right on. Yeah.
No problem. I'm just not going. I'm not. No more Derek Jeter stuff. No kick, come out, step out, kick your cleats, adjust your. You know, like you got to stay in there and focus. So it's like being at the batting cage. You know, it's like you got to sit there and hit, and you got to rake. And like Mark was saying, the mistakes are going to happen because the pitchers will say, okay, well, I got more time to think. There's more communication between the catcher and the pitcher and the dugout. But now it's like, oh, you need to go. Oh, no, home run.
Right. Right now. And this is what I want to talk about in regards to the Orioles. And, Mark, we've talked about a lot of this is like year after year. You know, we have, as the Birds, they got a great infield, decent outfield. We love to turn a double play. We have great defense, but the pitching has always been a sore spot. We love to give up runs, right? So right now in a game where, you know, I mean, the games is like juice. The runs are juice. You know, like in overtime with the offense, it's really going to be imperative for the Orioles, you know, your bullpen. I mean, just the entire pitching squad to be on point because we already give up a lot of runs. You feeling me on that, yo?
Yeah.
I think my apologies. I think that and you're absolutely right, but if you take a look at it in the scope of pitching, whenever the big name pitchers come up, they ain't going to the Orioles. I remember I had a student and he would get in trouble. And I said, hey, you know, I'm going to sit up and I'm going to have to talk to your mother, right? And the kid was like, I ain't coming. I ain't coming to school. I said, well, you ain't coming to school tomorrow? He said, I ain't coming. Next day, I ain't coming. And he just went on for like 2 weeks, and I kept asking him. That's what they do in free agency. The Orioles are not paying the big names for the pitcher to come in to try to say that you have a totally dominant number one. So typically, our number one should be a number 3 in the rotation. I mean, if you really think about it, like John Means, okay, he was good, and then, oh man, here's my elbow, or here's something happened, and then we kind of lose out. But that's really what it is. The Orioles would have good closers, they would have good setup people, oh day, and then next thing you know, with the starting pitching, our starting pitcher would always fail out by a 4th, 5th inning. And then here comes the setup person, here comes the closer. It's been like that for years. Unfortunately, when they start, hopefully with this Angelo's debacle that's going on, hopefully once they get someone that says, we're going to be the person, the Orioles will kick out millions of dollars so they can catch up with the starting pitching. Because everything else is up to par, in my opinion.
Right. Well, I mean, you mentioned earlier that there are no big-name pitchers that are really interested in coming to the Orioles because we're not really paying the big dollars. And that basically what we're relying on, right, is the farm system and the young talent. They called up Grayson Rodriguez from Norfolk yesterday. He started against the Rangers, and he pitched against someone who is well known, Jake DeGrom, and I believe he's coming towards the end of his career because I believe this is his 4th, maybe 5th team. And in comparison, I will have to say I was not displeased with the performance that Grayson Rodriguez gave yesterday. He started off a little bit rocky, right, which is to be expected because, you know, Mark always talk about the jitters that you got to shake off. I mean, those things are very real. He gave up 2 runs in the first inning, but after that, he was pretty solid, man. I mean, he went 5 innings. Right? He only gave up 2 earned runs, which was 2 in the first inning, and he 4 hits in 5 Ks.
Right.
You know, if in a league that, you know, the big market teams, the Yankees, the Dodgers, you could even say like the Houston Astros, who have they like to spend money on the pitch, and they have the money to spend on the pitching. I hate to say it, I just don't know how much success we can have with just the young bulls. You see what I'm saying here?
I think.
Well, go ahead, Mark. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Mark. Yeah.
I think they will be able to buy those arms soon enough. They didn't have the run support to really make those pitchers want to come here. Also, money aside, yeah, they would have good fielding and whatnot, but they didn't have the bats that would get that run support. Now that Adley is up and really producing last year, and Mullins and everyone, they have solid bats. Like Dante said earlier, they've been stealing the bases and getting that run production. I think you're going to see more pitchers that are willing to come here, and hopefully the younger Angelos that's in charge now, maybe he'll open up those purse strings just a little bit more to entice them.
And that's correct. I think for me, you know, we mentioned that the guy, you know, DeGrom is going towards the end of his career, but he also struck out 11 birds. Yeah.
Oh, yes, he did. Oh, yes, he saved 11. He did.
11.
Yes.
And Grayson, I understand that, you know, he was doing his thing, but, you know, he threw well over, 70, 80 pitches.
Yeah, 83 pitches total.
And how much was it, 86?
83,
yeah.
83, yeah.
He threw 83 pitches, and he went 5 innings. That's kind of like what I just said about the Orioles. They get pitchers that can go up to the 5th, and then you need help in 6, 7, a 6 and 7 person, a setup person, and a closer. But because the way that we have been operating, we have to make sure that we get on the base pads first. If he's striking you out, guess what you ain't doing? You're not getting on base. And that's the difference when we go against these number ones, number twos, number threes, that a number one, you really can't give up no more than 3 runs. A number two, about 4 or 5. And number 3, maybe around the same. And then it goes down. That's the difference. So hopefully, like Mark said about those purse strings, they're able to get the pitching, but they're literally going to have to overpay people to come here pitching wise, because we have said, Mark and I and yourself have talked about, you can hear us talking about that 3-4 years ago. Well, the pitching, hopefully that the bats, I mean, you know, the pitching will catch up. When is it going to catch up? It's going to catch up, unfortunately, when we bring in those people that they're veterans, they want to get paid, and they can come in. But we were just bringing all types of nonsense and underpaying, and we got what we paid for.
Dig it. Let's take a look ahead, man. We got, speaking of one of the better number 1 ball clubs, world famous ball clubs, we got the Yankees coming to town tomorrow. Opening day tomorrow at the Yard is 3:05. Interesting pitching matchup. Now, we were talking about the amount of offense. I think this is going to be another offensive game tomorrow. I haven't given an easy money pick yet, Mark. I can't go a show without giving an easy money pick. So let me do this right now. I don't know what the over/under is for this Oriole game tomorrow, but I'm telling y'all, let's go ahead and take that over, whatever it is. We have Dean Kremer on the mound, who has not, in his first showing, was not fantastic. 3 innings pitched, he gave up 3 runs. Man, a mess of hits. He's only had 1 appearance, but his ERA right now is 15. And, we look across the way, thank goodness, we don't have Nestor on the mound or anything like that. We've got Clark Schmidt, who's also not that great. He has a ERA of 8.1. But how do you like our chances? How do you like our chances tomorrow? And let's not forget that we have Aaron Judge who's coming to town, who clearly has not skipped a beat in the off season, because first at bat for the season was a home run for Aaron Judge. I mean, we got the big guy your honor is coming to town. I mean, how do you like our chances tomorrow, Dante?
I love our chances. Anytime we're there for opening day, I always love, and like you said, the way that things rotated through, I think we have a great chance. And I know, if I remember correctly, I believe Donaldson got injured. I think he might have a hammy. So that's going to shift that narrative of, now you got to take people off the bench. And, I definitely love the Orioles in this one.
Okay, Mark, you bold enough to give a score?
A score now.
A winner?
I definitely want us to win on opening day. The question isn't if he will get a home run, but how many for Aaron Judge. But I do want to say, you brought up Judge getting a home run on his first hit of the season, first at bat. But Adley Rutschman did the same thing.
I knew you were going to go there. Hey man, that's real life. That's peace for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, we got our own, right? We got our own out here.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. But yeah, opening day, and they've been doing really good. I think they've won the first game in each series so far. So let's just keep it rolling, and Orioles win.
Yeah. I'm also on the Oriole train too, man. Let's rock with the whole team. Another easy money pick. Take the Orioles on that money line, baby. Go ahead and get that cheese. All right, Dante, man, thank you so much for calling in tonight. We definitely cannot wait to see you at the Live and Sweaty Health and Wellness Fair this Saturday, 1 to 5 p.m. at the Garage on East Fayette Street. Shout out to East States. Yeah. And, come on out there. Come see me. Come see Roxy. Come see Dante. I promise you, this man is even larger than life in person. Like the personality comes through on the airways, but man, to meet Dante and to hang out with Dante in person, to hang out with the coach is to love him, man. And hey, look, man, we got to get to the yard real soon, bro. Real soon.
Well, you already know I'm going to hit you up. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me on. Don't forget, come up, get live and sweaty, and don't forget to check me out. Google me. Do it.
All right, tell Mark, you got anything else before we sign off tonight, bro?
Nah, we're good.
All right, well, Baltimore, you know how we end this show. Spread love, Keep it live, keep it sweaty, keep it healthy. We are still in a pandemic, which means you better wash your hands and wash that ass. I'm Keisha. On the other line is Mark. We are just a bit outside. Peace.